Search is changing. Tools like Perplexity, Bing Chat, and Google's AI overviews no longer just list websites. They read those websites and write a brand new answer for you. That's convenient for users, but it creates a serious problem for the people who wrote the original content. Today, we'll explore a new research framework called GEO, Generative Engine Optimization, which helps content creators stay visible in this new AI-powered search world. Traditional search engines like Google return a ranked list of links. You click, you visit, the site gets traffic. But generative engines work differently. They fetch several web pages, digest them with a large language model, and synthesize one polished answer with inline citations. The user rarely needs to click through. For content creators and small businesses, this can quietly erase the organic traffic they depend on to survive. Here is how a generative engine actually works under the hood. A user submits a query. The system first reformulates that query into simpler sub-questions and passes them to a search engine to retrieve a ranked set of web sources. Those sources are summarized, then fed to a response-generating model that weaves them together into a final answer, embedding inline citations so users can verify the claims. This pipeline is the core of systems like Bing Chat and Perplexity. We can write this pipeline as a simple function. A generative engine takes a user query and optional personalization information as inputs and returns a natural language response. Everything in between, the search engine, the summarizer, the response model, is a black box to outside content creators. That opacity is exactly what makes optimization so challenging, and it's what GEO is designed to address. Before we can optimize anything, we need to measure visibility. In classic search engines, visibility is simple. It's your ranking on the results page. But generative engines don't show a ranked list. They embed citations inside flowing paragraphs at various positions, with varying amounts of text drawn from each source. A single ranking number can't capture that richness, so GEO introduces new impression metrics built specifically for this format. The first metric is word count impression. It measures what fraction of the total words in the generated response are attributed to your source. If the AI writes 100 words drawing heavily on your page, your word count impression is high. This formula normalizes your contribution across all sentences in the response, and when multiple sources share a sentence, the credit is split equally. But position matters too. Research on click-through rates shows that content appearing earlier captures far more attention. The position-adjusted word count metric applies an exponentially decaying weight based on where each sentence appears in the response. A citation mentioned near the top gets a higher score than one buried at the end, even if both contribute the same raw word count. This makes the metric much more realistic. GEO also defines a subjective impression score that captures things harder to quantify: the relevance of the cited material to the query, the influence of the citation on the response, the uniqueness of the information, how likely a user is to click the citation, and the diversity of content. These 7 submetrics are evaluated using a language model judge, giving creators a multidimensional picture of their visibility. To evaluate GEO methods systematically, the authors created a benchmark called GEO Bench, 10,000 queries drawn from 9 diverse sources. These include real anonymized search queries from Bing and Google, challenging essay questions from Oxford's All Souls College, debate prompts, Reddit's ELI5 questions, trending Perplexity queries, and queries generated by GPT-4. Each query is paired with the clean text of its top 5 Google search results. Now for the core of GEO, the optimization methods themselves. Each method is a function that takes a website's existing text and outputs a modified version, without knowing anything about the generative engine's internal workings. The researchers designed 9 strategies ranging from stylistic tweaks to content additions. Here is how relative improvement is calculated. The change in impression score after applying a method, divided by the original score, expressed as a percentage. The 9 GEO methods span a wide range of strategies. Some are purely stylistic, improving fluency, simplifying language, or adopting a more authoritative tone. Others add new content, embedding relevant statistics, inserting credible quotations, or adding citations to external sources. There is also a keyword stuffing method borrowed directly from classical SEO, included as a baseline comparison. Each method is applied individually to one randomly selected source for every query. The results are striking. The three best performing methods, adding statistics, adding quotations, and adding citations, each boosted visibility by 30 to 40% on the position-adjusted word count metric and 15 to 30% on the subjective impression metric. Fluency and simplification improvements also delivered meaningful gains of 15 to 30%. Meanwhile, keyword stuffing, the bread and butter of traditional SEO, provided little to no improvement at all. The gains are not uniform across all types of content. Domain matters a great deal. Adding statistics is especially effective for law and government topics and opinion-style questions, where data-driven evidence carries particular weight. Citation addition shines for factual queries, lending credibility to claims. Quotation addition works best for people and society, explanation and history domains, where direct voices add authenticity. Website owners should pick strategies that match their content's domain. Here is one of the most encouraging findings for small creators. When all 5 sources in a search result are optimized simultaneously, lower-ranked websites benefit far more than top-ranked ones. The statistics addition method increased visibility for rank 5 websites by over 115%, while the top-ranked website actually saw a decrease of about 30%. Generative engines judge content on its quality and presentation, not just its domain authority or backlink count. Combining strategies is even more powerful. When the top 4 methods are paired together, the best combination, citation addition plus quotation addition, outperforms any single strategy by more than 5.5%. Notably, citation addition contributes a large boost when paired with other methods, even though it ranks lower when used alone. This synergy suggests that content creators deploying multiple GEO strategies in practice will see compounding benefits. To confirm these findings hold in the real world, the authors tested GEO methods directly on Perplexity.ai, a live commercial generative engine with millions of users. The results held up. Citation addition achieved a 22% improvement on the objective metric. Quotation addition delivered a 37% gain on subjective impression, and keyword stuffing performed 10% worse than doing nothing at all. These real-world results validate that GEO strategies generalize beyond the controlled benchmark. To wrap up, as generative engines replace traditional search, content creators face a new and urgent challenge. GEO is the first systematic framework for meeting it. By defining new impression metrics, curating a 10,000 query benchmark, and testing 9 optimization strategies, this work shows that simple, non-adversarial content changes, adding statistics, quotes, and citations, can boost visibility by up to 40%. The creator economy can adapt, and GEO points the way forward.